Today I want to show you guys buildings in Expo, the major buildings in Expo. They have a lot of buildings here in Expo 2020, but we want to show you guys today the major buildings here in Expo 2020. But before we do that, I want to explain a very important thing to you. This is called Expo 2020. A lot of people are asking questions, why is it called Expo 2020 and this is 2021? So here is the answer. It is called Expo 2020 because this event was supposed to happen in Expo. This Expo 2020 event was supposed to happen in 2020, which is last year, but due to the pandemic that hit everyone in the world, so it's now extended to 2021. So it's still called Expo 2020 because it was supposed to happen in 2020, but we're in 2021. So they still refer it as Expo 2020 because of it was supposed to happen in 2020. So that's why. Thank you so much. We'll move ahead now to show you guys the major building in Expo here. So let's go. Hi guys, this is Russian Pavilion here in Expo 2020. As you can see, welcome to Russian Pavilion. We'll move to the next pavilion. Thank you so much. United Kingdom Pavilion in Expo 2020. So you can see it's a very nice and wonderful building here. You can see that. Okay, so we're here in Great Britain, UK Pavilion. So thank you so much. We'll go move to the next pavilion now. We are here in Ukraine. This is Ukraine Pavilion. You can see it's Ukraine. Wonderful building. In Expo here, you see it's a very big structure. So we'll move on to the next pavilion. Thank you. We're here in Monaco. This is Monaco building in Expo 2020. You can see that it's written there Monaco 360. So this is their building in Expo 2020. So we'll move on to the next building. Thank you guys. We're here in Indonesia in Expo 2020. So guys, we are moving on. This is Indonesia. It's one of the major buildings also here in Expo 2020. So let's move on to the next pavilion. We're here in Lebanon Pavilion. You can see Lebanon Pavilion is also a major building here in Expo 2020. You can see how it is. It's a very nice and wonderful building. Lebanon. Thank you so much guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. We're here in Pakistan Pavilion today. You can see it's a wonderful building also here in Expo 2020. World's largest gold-plated Holy Quran. You can see it's right in the front of Pakistan Pavilion. It's a wonderful building. Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Thanks guys. Let's go. We're now in the Kingdom of Bahrain. This is Kingdom of Bahrain building in Expo 2020. Also a major building here. So it's a very wonderful one. They also have underground. You can see you can go under and go inside the building. Thank you so much guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. So this is Iraq Pavilion in Expo 2020. Iraq Pavilion. It's a very wonderful place also. A major building here in Expo 2020. So guys, let's move on to the next pavilion. Thank you so much. This is Brunei Salaam Pavilion in Expo 2020. It's also one of the major buildings here in Expo. You can see it's wonderful as well. So thank you so much guys. We'll move to the next building. Let's go. This is Norway Pavilion in Expo 2020. It's also a major building here. It's a very amazing building. So guys, let's move to the next pavilion. Thank you. Hi guys, now we're here in Colombia Pavilion. You can see very nice, wonderful structure, green plant, nice buildings, nice structure. So guys, thank you. We'll move on to the next pavilion. We're here now in Belarus Pavilion in Expo 2020. You can see it's a very nice green building, nice building. So thank you guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Hi, we're here in China Pavilion. You can see China. It's a very nice and wonderful, mighty building here in Expo 2020. You can see it's very wonderful. So thank you so much guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. We're here in Australia Pavilion. You can see it's one of the major buildings also here in Expo 2020. You can see very wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next pavilion. It's a very wonderful building. See, it's very lovely. Red carpet everywhere. So I hope you are enjoying the move. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Thank you. We're here in the Egypt Pavilion. You can see this is my wonderful friend Pharaoh. Okay, so this is Egypt Pavilion. It's major, also a major building here in Expo. You can see that, a very mighty and wonderful building. So guys, right now we're here in the United Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's one of my favorite buildings actually in Expo 2020 here. You can see it's lovely, it's very nice. So guys, let's move on to the next pavilion. Thank you. Hi guys, we're here in Luxembourg Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's also a major building here in Expo. So thank you so much guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. In Morocco Pavilion, you can see it's very big, mighty, huge pavilion. Morocco here in Expo 2020. Thank you. Let's go. Move on to the next pavilion. Yes guys, we're here in the state of Palestine here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a major building here in Expo also. So it's a wonderful building. We know we are looking at the major buildings here in Expo 2020, but I want to quickly show you guys something. That's Emirates Airlines. It's also a wonderful building here. It's amazing also, you can see. So thank you so much. Let's go move on to major pavilions. Right now in Kazakhstan Pavilion, and you can see it's also a major building here. You can see it's wonderful. So thank you so much guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. We're here in the United States of American Pavilion here in Expo. You can see it's also one of the major buildings here. You can see that, very nice and lovely building. We know we are doing the videos of the major pavilions here in UAE, but here is DP World, a major building here in Expo. You can see it has the longest escalator in the history of UAE. So guys, I just want to show you this. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. We'll move here in New Zealand Pavilion in Expo 2020. You can see this is New Zealand. It's also one of the major buildings here in Expo 2020. So this is New Zealand guys. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next pavilion. Now we're in Netherlands, that's Holland Pavilion here in Expo 2020. So you can see that this is Netherlands Pavilion. So we move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. This is a major building also. Right now we are here in Singapore. You can see that Singapore Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also a major building here, and you can see green plants everywhere. So thank you so much, guys. We move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. Right now we are in Czech Republic. That's Czech Springs. So this is also a major building here in Expo 2020. You can see that it's very lovely, very awesome. So thank you, guys. We move to the next pavilion. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling so little stressed up, but right now we're in Slovenia Pavilion here in Expo 2020. So you can see it's one of the major pavilions also here. They have a very nice and green structure. So that, guys, we have to move on to the next pavilion. Saying, let's go. Right now we are in Lithuania Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's also one of the major buildings here in Expo. You can see that's a very nice structure. So we move to the next pavilion. Thank you. Let's go. This is Sweden Pavilion. It's written welcome to the Swedish forest. This is Swedish Pavilion. It's one of the major pavilion also here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a very nice wooden structure. It's a wooden structure. It's very nice. Okay, guys, this is Sweden. Let's go. Move on to the next pavilion. Here in Brazil. It's written Brazil, but it's Brazil. I don't know. But let's see. This is Brazil Pavilion here in Expo. It's also a major pavilion. It's very lovely, very mighty, very huge. It's beautiful as well. So, guys, this is Brazil Pavilion in Expo. Come on, let's go to the next pavilion. This is Azerbaijan Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also a major building here in Expo 2020. Hi guys, it's Azerbaijan. Thank you. We'll move on to the next pavilion. This is Uzbekistan. It's a very nice, welcome to Uzbekistan Pavilion. It's a very nice one. Also here in Expo 2020. Thank you, guys. We'll move on to the next pavilion. We're right now in Qatar Pavilion. See, this is Qatar Pavilion here in Expo. It's also a major building. It's a lovely one also. So, guys, this is Qatar Pavilion. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next pavilion. Hi guys, this is Kuwait Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's one of the major buildings also here in Expo 2020. You can see. So guys, we're right now in Kuwait Pavilion. Thank you so much. We'll move to the next pavilion. Bye. Guys, right now we are in Venezuela Pavilion. This is Venezuela Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also the major buildings here. So guys, right now in Venezuela Pavilion. So we'll move to the next pavilion. Let's go. We're moving to Portugal. Wow, that's the big pavilion, major pavilion here also in Expo 2020 in Jubilee. This is Portugal Pavilion. You can see that in Expo 2020. It's also the major building, Portugal. You remember one famous athlete in Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. This is his country building pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's lovely, it's amazing. So guys, we'll move on to the next pavilion. Let's go. Philippine Pavilion here in Expo 2020. Philippines is also a major building here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a very lovely and wonderful building. Philippines Pavilion. This is Canada Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a lovely and also a wonderful building here in Expo 2020. This is Pavilion of Canada. Thank you so much, guys. We'll move to the next pavilion. Guys, we're here in Uruguay Pavilion. You can see it's a very wonderful and major pavilion here in Expo 2020. This is Uruguay Pavilion here in Expo 2020, guys. So thank you so much. We'll move to the next pavilion. This is Panama. It's also the major buildings here in Expo 2020. A lovely one also. So guys, this is Panama Pavilion. Thank you so much. We'll move to the next pavilion. Thank you. We're in a big place, the Argentina Pavilion. This is Argentina Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's also one of the famous athletics, like footballer Lionel Messi. He's from Argentina. This is his building here also in Expo 2020. Thank you so much, guys. Move to the next pavilion. Malaysia Pavilion. You can see this is Malaysia Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's a major building here in Expo, Malaysia Pavilion. Thank you, guys. We'll move to the next pavilion. Let's go. Hi guys, this is Island Pavilion. We're here in Island Pavilion in Expo 2020. It's also one of the major buildings here in Expo 2020. So guys, it's Island Pavilion. Let's go, move to the next pavilion. We are here in Hungary Pavilion. This is Hungary Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's also a very fantastic and awesome building here in Expo. It's a major building also in Expo 2020. Guys, we are here in Hungary Pavilion. So guys, I want to add a little sauce into this content video. You can see this is one of the beautiful things in Expo. You can see you can pay, I think it's maybe, I don't know how much it is, I'll confirm that, but you can see people goes up, look a complete view of Expo. This, see, you can see people there. It will take you right up and bring you down. It's amazing, man. It's very nice lift. You can see that people are having fun. So guys, it's just to add salt. Thank you. We move to pavilions. This is the Republic of Korea Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also major building. It's very nice. It's lovely. You can see how it looks. We're right now in Korea Pavilion in Expo 2020, guys. Look at it. Thank you so much. This is Poland. This Poland Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's a very wonderful and lovely building. It's Poland Pavilion right now. So guys, take a look at Poland Pavilion for 2020. Thank you, guys. We'll move to the next pavilion. Hi guys, this is Belgium Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see their buildings. It's very lovely. It's a mighty building actually. Very good structure. You can see that. We're right now in the Belgium building here in Expo 2020, right? So come on, let's go, move to the next pavilion, guys. Here right now we're in Thailand Pavilion here in Expo 2020. This is Thailand Pavilion. It's very nice and wonderful building here in Expo. It's a major building also. You can see the structure look nice. So guys, welcome to Thailand Pavilion. This is France Pavilion. You can see we're here in France Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's a huge and mighty. It's one of my favorite pavilions here actually in Expo. This is France Pavilion, guys. Thank you so much. Let's move to the next pavilion. Iran Pavilion. We're here in Iran Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a wonderful and major building also here in Expo 2020. So guys, welcome to Iran Pavilion. Let's go to the next pavilion. We're here in Chile Pavilion here in Expo 2020. You can see it's a wonderful structure here. Oh, that's nice. So guys, this is Chile Pavilion. We'll move to the next pavilion. Thank you so much. Let's go. Right now we are in Australia. This is Australia Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also a major building here in Expo. Like as we told you guys earlier, we want to show you the major buildings here in Expo, and this is one of the major buildings, Australia Pavilion. So guys, welcome to Australia Pavilion. Thank you so much. We move to the next pavilion. Let's go. Right now we are in Denmark. This is Denmark Pavilion here in Expo 2020. It's also one of the major buildings here in Expo. It's amazing. You can see that Denmark Pavilion. Guys, welcome to Denmark Pavilion in Expo 20. We'll move to the next pavilion. Thank you. Let's go. Oman Pavilion. You can see that Oman Pavilion in Expo 2020. It's a wonderful building also here in Expo 2020. So guys, welcome to Oman Pavilion. Thank you so much. You can see the groove in here. Guys, we're right now in Finland. This is Finland Pavilion. You can see Finland. It's one of the major buildings also here in Expo 2020. Guys, welcome to Finland Pavilion. So, thank you. We'll move to the next pavilion. Let's go. Algeria Pavilion in Expo 2020. You can see Algeria also is the main building here in Expo 2020. So, this is Algeria Pavilion, guys. Thank you so much. Now we are in Sebia. This Sebia Pavilion in Expo 2020. It's also a major building here in Expo. It's Sebia. Guys, welcome to Sebia Pavilion. So, thank you so much and move on to the next pavilion.